emailed me and texted me trying to get in on the call, and for some reason, it's not working for them. And I'm trying to help them out. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and get this thing kicked off, guys. We got a great call tonight. I got some stuff. I've got some stuff here that we're gonna go over. But first and foremost, what we want to do, I don't know if we have any new people on the call, but if we do have any new people on the call, a couple of weeks ago we said last week we were going to do it, but we had to do something different last week. If anybody has anybody new on the call, if you invited somebody to the call tonight, I want you to raise your hand, and then we're going to call on you to introduce your new people. Just take about 30 seconds to introduce your new people if you have anybody. If you did invite anybody, let's just go ahead and put it in the chat room. Just go down to the chat and tell us how many people you did invite. I'll just tell you up front right now that I invited 5 people to the call, five new people to the call tonight. And right now, I don't see any of them on the call. So I don't know if they're on the call or not, but I know that I did invite 5 people. So if you did invite anybody on the call tonight, type in the chat room that you invited them. And if you see them on the call, if they're on the call, raise your hand real quick, and we'll give you about 30 seconds to introduce your guest for tonight. Okay? If I don't see any hands raised,
don't mean to cut in, but I ain't got the Zoom. I just got on. This your boy Rob, but I got one guest. That's my wife Norma. Say hi, baby.
Hello.
Okay.
All right.
I'm muted back out. I'm muted back out. Just to let you know, I got somebody that's with me.
All right. All right. Hey, glad to have you, brother and sister. Good to have you. Good to have you up there in Waco, Texas. All right.
Yes, indeed.
Yes, sir. All right. Good. Okay. Anybody else have any new guests for the first time tonight?
Hey, Al, I got somebody here on the call. His name is Itafe. He's a good friend of mine here.
Okay.
Hey, how you guys doing?
What's your name?
Itafe.
Okay. All right. Well, welcome to the call, man. We're glad to have you. Hopefully that we'll say something here that'll grab your attention tonight. We may not be able to get it all the information on this one call, but if something just grabs your attention tonight, please get back with Mr. Reggie, Brother Reggie there. He's one of our high speed and low drag partners there. And if you get back with him, he'll definitely plug you into the system and get you going. Hey, Tiva, there's Tiva there in Dallas, Texas. She's at work. And I tell you what, like I said, that's my sister there. And I'm proud to have her, that girl.
Good to hear from everybody. I'm at work, so I'll be muting myself out, and I'm glad to join you guys. I had one person that was going to join. I'm not for sure. I don't see their name on there. I'm reaching back out to her now to see if she was able to join.
Awesome. Awesome. Well, glad to have you, sis. Like I said, the job won't slow her down. She's a true trooper. She won't let a job slow her down. She's going to get on there whenever she can and as often as she can. Thank you, sis, for joining the call. All right, anybody else have anybody new? Hey, Lamont Butler, if you can, check. If you can forward the link to Ken. He put his email address in the chat on our group chat on the cell phone. If you could email him the link and see if he can log in, because he's been trying to log in and he's having trouble. So let's see if we can help him, man. Brother Butler, Lamont Butler. Okay. All right. And we don't. Hello?
Hey, that's me. It's Tanker.
Okay, Tanker. Hey, brother, how you doing?
All right, man. I got I had one Mr. Jimi Hendrix.
Hey, Jimi Hendrix. We talked about him earlier this week.
Yeah, he just texted me and said he was gonna try to get on because he was at the grocery store. So if he don't get us this week, he said he'll jump on next week.
That's all right. Tell him if he can't jump on, we'll send him the recording.
Yeah, but he did jump in Karatbars, so he's waiting on his KYCs to come back. So he's on fire.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Glad to have him on board. And glad to have you as always, Brother Tanker. All right. Anybody else? Anybody else? Okay. If we don't have anybody else, guys, we're going to keep it right on moving. I'm going to go back and I'm going to share my screen. Let's see. How do I go? I got stuff popping up everywhere here. Okay, let's get that out the way. Give me a second here. I don't know why my screen, Larry.
There are two different schools
No,
of
I
thought
don't
when it
want
comes
you.
out to
We
our
already played you. Give me a second here, guys. I got to go down here and all right, let's stop sharing. I don't know what, hey Larry, are you out there, brother?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I don't know why. Okay, I'm gonna start it from here. Can you see my screen?
Not yet. I still see you.
Do you remember the
Oh,
moment?
shut up, girl. All right, give me a second here, guys and girls. I don't know what. Okay. Let me go back up here. The Karatbars. Let me share my screen. Okay, can you see my screen now, Brother Larry?
Get ready to start, so I should see it here in a second. Yeah.
All right.
There are two different.
Okay.
Do you remember?
All right. So everybody, welcome to our global wealth building event. Can you see it, Larry?
I see the globe, the earth, or the universe.
It should be. You see the Karatbars. Welcome to our global wealth building. Okay. All right. So hopefully it catches up with us. All right, guys. This is a disclaimer just up front. Right up front, I'm going to tell you that we are not financial advisors. This presentation is not designed to give financial advice. The following examples and the things that we show you in this presentation, guys, is for illustration purposes only, and it is not a guarantee of income. These are just things that we're going to talk to you about. We're going to show you the calculations. It's a numbers thing. It's an equation. If you do it the way that the equation fits, then the numbers will work. All right. Okay. Now, let me go back a little bit. Now, before we go to this next slide, I want to tell you guys a little thing. Now, I want to use a phrase. We're going to be talking about a little phrase now. We're going to use one phrase. See, I named the title of our meeting tonight. I said, you know, what the heck? Why Karatbars? You know, and I told people that I would explain it tonight on the call. I'm like, what the heck? You know, why Karatbars? Okay. Now, you might have been thinking something different. You might have been thinking, man, what the heck is Karatbars doing now? What are they doing? All right. Well, I'm just telling you, what the heck? I can't believe it. Guys, Karatbars is taking us to a place, it's just uncharted territory. It's just unbelievable what they are doing with this company and what they are doing for us who are plugging in and who are believing and just holding on to a little hope that this Karatbars business will work. Okay. So with that being said, what I'm going to be talking about tonight, I'm going to use a phrase. The phrase that I want to talk about tonight is what if. It's two words. It's a small phrase, right? But it has such a powerful meaning, right? What if? When you use that word in a positive, in a positive mentality, if you use it as in a positive way of thinking, right? What if can be very, very powerful. It can open up, your mind, and it can open up, just a thought. It can open up dreams. Start dreams when you just say, what if? The possibilities of things that you can do when you just say, what if? Because you start thinking, your mind get to working, you start dreaming about just all the things that you could do just what if, So what if? Guys, I'm going to use the what if phrase in a positive thinking mode first, if you don't mind, okay? what if, and I want to talk about money tonight, because when you join Karatbars, you know, one of the first and foremost, most of us join Karatbars because we like, excuse me, we like gold. We like the fact that we can acquire small quantities of gold. We can acquire gold without having to go out there and spend $50,000 on a kilogram of gold. We can buy it in small increments, right? And we can start acquiring it to where we can acquire it until we get that kilogram of gold or whatever the case may be. But we can kind of, you know, build it a little bit at a time, you know. So we're gonna talk about it in a money aspect. So what if you woke up tomorrow morning and you looked at your bank account, you was expecting a $1,200 stimulus check, but instead you got $500,000 in your account. And then you start doing all the homework and you found out that it's legitimate. It was actually your retirement. You put in the work and you finally got that retirement that you were looking for, $500,000, right? And it was after taxes. It's your money to spend. So what if you woke up tomorrow morning and you had $500,000 in your bank account? What could you do? What would you do? Go ahead and type it in the chat room. What could you do, or what would you do with $500,000? Oh yeah, here's a catch. There's always a catch, right? This $500,000 tax is after taxes. It's yours, and guess what? Here's the catch. It's not just for this year. This is your retirement money. This is going to be coming in January 1st every year for the rest of your life. What if that happened to you? What would you do? What could you do? Type some in the type what you would do. You just put it in the chat room of what you would do or what you could do with $500,000 a year. Tax, you know, after taxes, is yours. It's going to keep coming. Now I put some examples up here on the board. I put down, you know, what I could do if I had $500,000 a year coming in tax free. You know, or not tax free, but after taxes. And I've just come to the thing that I came up with, debt. I'd pay off debt. I could be debt free. You know, I would travel. I could save some money. I could finally save. I could save money. I could invest. Start a business. Who would start a business if you had $500,000 a year coming in and you wouldn't have to worry about any other money? Shop. I know some of y'all would definitely go on a shopping spree, right? You can charity. You can give to charity. You know, tie to the church or do some nice things for the church, you know, or the community. Go down to some of those homeless shelters and give and do some things, that donate some time that you bought back, because now you don't have to worry about going to a job, a car. I can finally get that car that may be the dream car that I always thought about, and a house. Where would you live? Where would you live? Would you finally buy that retirement home that you're thinking about? Talking about retirement, look right there in the middle. Man, could you retire? Who could retire if you had $500,000 a year coming in for the rest of your life? Who could retire, right? Now, here's another what if. What if there was a system that we could show you that you can acquire this $500,000 a year. You can require your retirement pay in 2 to 5 years. What if? What if there was a company like Karatbars, right, who could show you how you can buy or you can start acquiring income producing assets like gold and cryptocurrencies that you don't have to sell to produce income, right? What if? What if Karatbars has established a way to protect your wealth by converting your devaluing paper currencies into physical and digital gold assets in this time of crisis and beyond, and have those assets to create an income without having to sell them? What if, right? Now, I know what you're thinking, and this is still positive thinking, because this is what the average person does, right? You know, they say, okay, yeah, what if, man, wow, what if? Man, I would do this, I would do that. Yeah, but how much, right? How much would it cost me, right? Well, okay, so let me tell you, first, before I say how much it will cost me, let me tell you what else we do in Karatbars. See, in Karatbars, we teach you, man, I've been working for at least 40 years out of my life, right? And there's some people on the call who's been working maybe a little bit longer or maybe a little bit shorter than that, right? And I don't know, to this day, I haven't created an income of $500,000 a year. Now you can put whatever number up there. You can take out that $500,000 and you can put whatever number up there that you want. That was just for me. I know that in order for me to live the life that I want to live and be able to live, right, I would need $500,000 a year to come in so I can retire and do the things that I really want to do, right? So, but I know that, man, the last 30 or 40 years, I haven't been able to do that. By myself, I've been doing it by myself, you know. And we formed a team to start trying to create some wealth, right? But for some reason, we still haven't been able to retire, right? So over here, if you look over to the top left, it says Team TAF. I know it's probably cut off, but it's saying Team TAF, right? So over on Team TAF and Karatbars, what we did, right, is we plugged into Team Gaydon, we plugged into Team Michael Dalco, Team Wealth Builders Worldwide, Team Karatbars. We just plugged our team into those teams, and they helped us while we were helping ourselves build our team. And what do? We created a team of VIPs, gold, silvers, bronze, and even some blue dots out there who are people who just didn't really want to build a team. They just wanted to start acquiring those income producing assets, right? So what do you mean by what is this VIP and gold and silver? Well, we have 4 positions in Karatbars. Well, no, I take that back. We actually have 5 positions. If you want to start building your team, there's 5 different positions that you can come into Karatbars, right? So when we talk about how much does it cost, well, if you're really concerned about money, right, you can actually join for free. Everybody can actually, and as a matter of fact, you have to join for free before you can do anything. In order to open up or start acquiring these gold cryptocurrencies and all that, you have to join for free or open up a free gold account, okay? But in that free account, if you look at that red arrow there, in the free position on a monthly basis is how you get paid. And in the free position, if you want to get paid, you must and you have to send referrals. So you have to refer to us or to Karatbars, right? You have to refer others who's going to start buying gold or maybe buying these dual team packages. And once they do that, you start accumulating income on a monthly basis down to infinity. It doesn't matter how many you or anybody else that you refer, you can start creating income on those people, but you want to get paid on a monthly basis and you want to get paid a maximum of like 6%, right? So now you can also come in what they call, you can join the dual team. You can start on the dual team plan, you can start acquiring what they call an affiliate package, okay? And so we have affiliate packages where you can come in as a bronze for about $200. You can come in as a silver for about $650. You can come in as a gold for about $2,400. And the VIP, you can come in at about $5,000, right? So I don't know if some of you guys wasn't on the call in the beginning when I did the little, intro video with Robert Kiyosaki there, however you say his name. He's the guy, he's the author of The Rich Dad, Poor Dad. He talked about, his poor dad saying, man, are you crazy? I can't afford that. Because, he wanted to send his kid to work. His kid needed some lunch money or whatever. He was like, man, I can't afford that. Or his kid needed this, his kid needed that. Or he wanted to invest in some stuff. And he said, man, I can't afford that. There's no way in the world. But his rich dad told him, he didn't care how much. He wanted to know how much it was going to make him. So how much it cost didn't matter. Didn't matter how much it cost. What mattered to him is how much it was going to make him. Okay, because if I know how much it's going to make me, if it's going to make me $500,000 a year, well, how much doesn't matter? Because I'm going to figure out how it's going to. And you know what? Most of you guys on the call, you will figure out how much and how to get the money. And I can prove to you, because there's a lot of people on the call who've gone to college. There's a lot of people on the call who are realtors or who are barbers or who are their own business owners and stuff like that, right? It wasn't free to open up and operate those businesses. It wasn't free unless you was like military and the military paid for your college, or you got a bunch of scholarships and they paid for your college. But most Americans had to pay their way to go to school, right? So when you decided on a career course, the first thing you did is you looked up when you said, okay, hey, I want to be a doctor. Well, I know me and most of the people that I know, when they chose a career path, the first thing they did is they went out there and got in a dictionary, or they got on the website or whatever. They wanted to know how much it was going to pay, how much they were going to make in that profession, right? They didn't care about how much it cost. When they saw that, oh, you can make a doctor can make $175,000 a year or $250,000 a year. They said, wow, I want to be a doctor. The next thing they did, they went out, they looked at, okay, so how long is it going to take me to become a doctor, right? How much schooling am I going to have, okay? And then they start applying for colleges and schools and stuff like that. And they say, okay, look, they start, and like this time of the year right now, if you look on Facebook or some of your social media, you see all these kids, man, they excited about graduating. Their parents are so proud, and I don't blame them. Because they spent 12, 13 years of going through school to get this degree so that they can go to another, apply for another college or another school so they can get some more education, right? So they're all excited about them going to college. And so the kids, a year ago or 6 months ago, they start applying for these schools, and now they start getting these letters back, and they get on Facebook or social media and say, I've been accepted to 10 different colleges. Now I got to pick out the schools that I want to go to, right? So they pick out, I'm going to Yale, I'm going to Princeton, I've been accepted to Kentucky University, Oklahoma University, or Howard University, and they're so excited, right? And now they got to go and they got to find out, oh yeah, shoot, well, it's going to cost some money, right? So the first thing they do when they go there, even before they start school, they got to go to that college campus, and they have to do what? They have to apply for tuition assistance. They got to figure out how they're going to pay to this thing. So some of them have scholarships, but then they find out it's not going to really pay for everything. And then so their parents say, well, we got this saved up for you. We're going to give you this. But there's still about $5,000 left over. What do? They're not going to give up their dreams and hopes of going to college to go get that doctor's degree or go, become a teacher or whatever it is they want to become. No, man, they're going to go out there. They're going to find a way. Probably going to finance it, right? You're going to start getting credit card companies, banks, and everybody sending you all kinds of stuff in the mail, how you can get that money to go to and achieve your dream. Well, guys, and ladies, if you can do that to go and work for somebody else, you can definitely do it for yourself, right? You're going to have your own home-based business. So it doesn't matter how much, it just matters it doesn't matter how much it costs. It matters how much it's going to make you. Look at your bottom line, right? And it's totally up to you. 2 to 5 years is a plan, but it's not guaranteed. Michael Dalco, and I'll introduce you to him in a minute. He did it in 103 days. Ty Best, who is one of the top earners in Karatbars, didn't take him 13 years in Karatbars, but it took him 13 years of doing a businesses like Karatbars, right? Network marketing and stuff like that. It took him 13 years to acquire his freedom, So 13 years it took him. But did it matter how long it took him? No, it's that he didn't quit. He kept going until he freed himself and his wife. Took him 13 years, but guess what? He and his wife and his son has been free for 37 years now. They haven't worked a job in 37 years by doing not just Karatbars, but businesses like Karatbars. Okay, now let me keep going. So again, let's go back to what if. So now let's start thinking about it in a positive. This is what happens to most people. They use that what if phrase in a negative. They start thinking negative with this what if thing. So when you start putting that term, yeah, but. So when you put yeah, but in front of that phrase, what if, well, here comes the problem. That's where the dream stops. That's where people start coming in and your friends start telling you, yeah, man, yeah, but what? But what if it doesn't work? What if it's a scam? And here you say, yeah, man, but what? But what if I don't like asking people to support me? What if I can't afford it? Remember that poor dad, like, I can't afford it, right? Rich dad said, hey, how much is it going to make me? Yeah, but what? I don't have the time for stuff like this, And then, so when you start saying that, that negative thinking starts making you do this right here. Start thinking like, yeah, well, you know what? I'll do it. I'll do it myself. I don't need a team. I do it all by myself. I don't need a team. I don't like trying to tell people to come join my team and stuff like that. I don't like that recruiting stuff. I just do it by myself. Again, it might take me 40 to 50 years, but I'll do it by myself. 93% of Americans, 93% of people in the world, they don't retire after 40 or 50 years with more than $100,000 in their account. And that's why they always work till they die. You say, I'll build my own retirement. How do you build your retirement? Because I got assets. My assets include a 401k. I got a 401k and my boss matches that at my job. And then it's tied to the stock market. Oh yeah, don't forget about my real estate. Man, I got me some investment property. I'm big time. I got my retirement plan all set up, right? And I'm not gonna go into debt about all this different stuff, but I could just tell you that that's a good plan. It's a really good plan, but if you got all your money tied up in the real estate and all your money tied up in the stock market, I can just tell you right now, those markets could crash, and they have crashed, all right? And history has a way of repeating itself, right? So all we're just trying to tell you to do is to diversify your income, right? So you don't have to build a team if you don't want to, So you start thinking, yeah, well, I love my job. I love my job, and I ain't giving up my job. We're not asking you to give up your job. Right? You'll say, I'll retire eventually, man, 30, 40, 50 years, I'll retire, or I'll just work till I die, And then sometimes you talk about that car, oh, well, I don't need no new car. Man, this car, it'll last at least one more year. It might be on its last leg, but I get an oil change, a tune up, and I'll just keep it moving, Then that vacation, I'll take it sometime soon. I'll put my request in this week. This is June. Surely I can get Christmas off this year. I mean, I haven't got Christmas off in the last 3 or 4 years. Surely I can get it off this year. All right. So that negative thinking can keep you from doing stuff like this. It keeps a closed mind, keeps you from opening up your mind and thinking outside the box and doing something positive. Okay. Now, guys, I don't know about you, but I got tired of being tired. I got tired of being tired, okay, or sick and tired and broke. So if you was like me, you've been looking for a better way, and you come to the right place, all right? All right, so you've come to the right place. So here's the deal. We're gonna tell you about what we do, but first, here's a question I have for you. What's your plan? What is your plan to retire and not have to till you die? All right. So here's some questions you need to ask yourself. What are you in? Where are you in life right now? Where would you like to be in the future? If you keep doing for the next 10 years what you did for the last 10 years, will you reach your goals? The truth is, we don't have enough time to keep doing what we've been doing. Okay. Now, here's what we do in Karatbars. We start a global home-based business, which is in 140 plus countries. We save gold for ourselves. We save gold for ourselves, and then we share with others how to do the same. We earn residual income as our team duplicates. Remember that team I was telling you guys about a little bit earlier. It's hard to do it by yourself. Nothing is mandatory. Everything in Karatbars is optional. We don't require you to do anything. Everything is optional. There's no cost to register. In fact, I told you, you have to open up a free gold savings account before you can do anything in Karatbars anyway. So there's no cost to register. What we do is we pay ourselves first, okay? Now, I told you I was going to introduce you to this guy right here, Mr. Michael and Monisha Dalco, right? I told you, Michael Dalco, now I don't know if he created $500,000 a year. I don't know. It could be less. It could be more. But I can tell you that what he did is he replaced his income, right? In 103 days, he replaced the income that he needed to retire. Because if he hadn't done Karatbars, Michael Dalco will tell you right now, he did 15 years as a mortgage banker. 15 years as a mortgage banker. And after 103 days in this business, he kissed that mortgage career goodbye. I told him I'm out of here. And he hasn't worked in over 6 years. He hasn't worked a job. His wife, Monisha, she had 20 years as a corporate trainer. Now, she didn't retire after 103 days. She kept working. I don't know. I forgot how long it took her, but I tell you right now, but for 5 years, she's been free. Both of these, Michael and Monisha Dalco, are free. They don't work a job. They are full-time and retired Karatbars affiliates. Okay. Now, I can tell you this right here. The guy that I'm getting ready to introduce you now, my business partner, the guy that introduced me to Karatbars, Mr. Larry Gayton, right? He introduced me to Karatbars, and he's getting ready to tell you a couple of things that might blow your mind, or it might wake you up, might make you start thinking, right? Because he's going to come to you straight from the heart, guys. But I can tell you right now, when Larry started doing Karatbars, he was working a full-time job. He owned his own business. So, well, yeah. So pretty much, and Larry will tell you that when you own your own business, yeah, you don't have a job, you own a job, right? So Larry he was a six-figure guy. He was making a big six-figure income, but he was working a whole lot of hours. Larry, and I know this because Larry used to call me. He was on the road. This dude saw his family on the weekends most of the time, right? But during the week, he was living up in Tennessee when his family was right here in Kentucky. Okay. But what Larry did, because Larry had a dream, right? He looked at this thing and he saw a way. He saw a way out of that job because his most present dream, he had a dream, and well, it wasn't just a dream, it was his plan. He knew that he was going to homeschool his son. He has a son, Elijah, really smart kid, really, really, really great kid. Larry wanted to be home to homeschool his son. And Larry found a way to replace that six-figure income through Karatbars, right? And when he found a way, Larry called me and said, Al, I want you to see something. I took a look at it. I said, brother, let's roll. So with no further ado, I'm going to stop sharing. I want to introduce and I want to bring out my brother and my partner, brother Larry Gayton.
What's going on, Mr. Al? How you doing, man?
Doing great, man.
Hey, that was excellent. Love it. Love that presentation, man. Love what you put out there. It's so important for our people to hear this because, and when I say our people, I mean all of us, because we all need financial security. I absolutely love it, Al. I love this company. Hey, welcome everybody on the call. I'm glad that you're here. I hope that you'll go back. If you don't get everything you need today, because there's no way we could go over everything in Karatbars in this 1 hour, but I want you to please lock arms with the person who invited you to this call. This company is huge. There's so much going on with it. There's so much that you can learn, so much that you can do, and it would really help you, team. I promise you, if you get keyed in, it will absolutely help you. Now, Al, I'm gonna tell you, ever since I've been a part of this company, I have learned more about financial literacy in the last 5 years of being in Karatbars than I learned my whole 30 plus years in the workforce. In the last 5 years, I've learned more. And I said this last time, financial literacy was taken out of our public schools. So we were forced to learn financial literacy on our own. Well, let me ask you, how good of a job did you do with it? Has it worked for you? It didn't work for me. Not really. I thought it was working, but it wasn't working, Al. As much as I know about finances, prior to Karatbars, as much as I thought I knew about financial literacy, I knew absolutely nothing because the system didn't teach me anything. And what I learned, I found it to be false. Let's go back to this what if, because see, what if I had just sent Darren away when he told me about Karatbars? What if I didn't know Darren not that well? What if I just kind of pushed it aside? What about this, Al? What if I let my education talk me out of financial freedom? What if I had done that? We didn't learn anything about financial literacy in our schools. And when I learned wasn't right, so what they didn't teach me, what was taken out of schools, what if I had let what I learned about financial freedom, what if I had let my education talk me out of it? What if I let my job talk me out of financial freedom? I thought I was making good money. I had a six-figure salary. But what if I had let that my job talk me out of my financial freedom? It would have been easy to do because I got mine. What if I let my research talk me out of financial freedom? That's easy to do. Google will talk you. You can find just about anything on Google, on Bing. But what if I let it talk me out of my financial freedom? Here's an example, Al. You mentioned that I own my own company. I did. I've dissolved it now. But I did. I own my own company. And here's the thing. I won a huge contract for the company that I was a director of medical informatics for. Man, wait a minute. That doesn't sound right. So guess what? I said, hey, that doesn't sound right. Let's see if I can really take on this contract because I work for this corporation. So guess what, Al? The attorney at my job at Community Health Systems met with my attorney for my company, and they determined, not me, they determined that I could still use or I could negotiate or take on that contract if I wanted to. There's only one rule. The rule was, because I had contractors, I couldn't work at the same hospital my contractors were working at the same time. That was the only stipulation. So I didn't research that, Al. The attorneys at CHS and my attorney for my company researched that. And when they said, Larry, yeah, it's legal, you can do that, I said, okay. But with Karatbars, man, we'll research and we'll say, no, it's a scam. No, that doesn't work that way. No, that can't be true. But who do we have as parts of Karatbars? We have FedEx. That's who delivers our gold. We also have PFS. We also have the Karatbars prepaid MasterCard. So you mean to tell me that these companies have these attorneys, right? And if they said, okay, yeah, this company is legal, we can do this, let's become a part of it, let's handle their shipment, let's handle their payments. If those companies' attorneys can research and find out, what do I have to research? Am I gonna go behind them and say, no, that can't be right? No, that's not true. So what if I let my research talk me out of my financial freedom? What if I let my prior experiences talk me out of my financial freedom? Oh, here's a big one. What if I let my friends and my colleagues that I respect talk me out of my financial freedom? I'll tell you what would have happened. Number one, there wouldn't be 700 plus more people that I know or have invited or become a part of this company had I let those things talk me out of my financial freedom. I didn't have anybody else in my circle talking about Karatbars. Al, let me ask you, did you have anyone else in your circle telling you about Karatbars before or after I did?
Not before, and not since. And I
Not
tell you, that's
before.
thank you every day, because my whole circle, Larry, whether Facebook, social media, everyday life, nobody since you or before you has. I haven't, unless I met them in Karatbars, nobody said anything to me about how to save gold, acquire gold, or Karatbars at all.
Wow. I'm telling you, man. And here's what I've learned. You know, some people are conditioned to just pay bills and enjoy life as life comes to them. And that's okay. If that's you, that's okay. Stay where you are and you keep doing what you're doing. That's fine. That's not me. But if you want to condition yourself to leave a legacy and enjoy life as you created, join us and do exactly what we do. Because I'll tell you, people who think that they are diversified, I'll tell you that they have one money. They have one money. Yeah, you have your job. Yeah, you have your savings or check-in or money market or 401k. That is still one money. Before Karatbars, I had one money. and I thought it was diversified. But as you know, everything's tied to the same rope, that's tied to the same brick, and when it goes down, it goes down. Now, because of Karatbars, I have more than one money. Yes, I still have cash, but guess what, team? I also have gold. I have KBC coins, the cryptocurrencies. I have Bitcoin. I have Ethereum. I have Litecoin. I have Ripple. I have Dash. I have over 100 different cryptocurrencies. The thing I think that I love most about this company is that the only person that I ever have to worry about controlling is me. I can't tell you what Al's going to do. I can't tell you what Tanker's going to do. I can't control what they do. The only person that I can control is me. That means when I want to save in gold, guess what? I save in gold. That means that when I want to arbitrage and get cryptocurrencies, that means I arbitrage and I get cryptocurrencies. When I want to get more KBC coins, that means that I get more KBC coins. I can't control anybody else. And the thing is, like I said, I don't have to. I just really have to worry about controlling me. So I have to do the right thing for me. And that's what I'm doing, Al. I'm doing the right thing for me. But when I do the right thing for me, and I reach out and I tell my brother Al, he does the right thing for him, that benefits me 2 ways. Number one, you guys know he's my brother. And when he succeeds, when he does well, I love it. I enjoy and I celebrate his success, just like he enjoys and celebrates my success. I love that. And then I see what he's doing for himself, what he's building for himself, what he's saving for himself, what he's growing for himself. And it just trickles on down to his family, his immediate family right here in Kentucky, his family out in Oklahoma, his family down in Texas, you know, he and his wife's family in Michigan. It just starts to spread out. And that's what I love about this company, is that, yes, I only have to control what I do, but because this company is so good, I can reach out to Tanker. I can reach out to Glenn and Lois. I can reach out to Big Cal. I can reach out to Reggie and say, hey, brother, this is what we're doing. This is how you grow wealth for yourselves. Get locked in. Get with the person who invited you here, because we can show you. If you need to see more and understand this more, hey, link arms with us. We will teach you. We will help you. We want to see you succeed, because, again, financial literacy was taken out of the school system, the public school systems, back in 1904. And we had to learn it on our own. And everything that I thought I was doing right, I wasn't. But that's okay, because now I know. And now that I know the right way, I'm telling everybody that I can. And that helps them, and that helps me. I'm done, Al.
Awesome, man. Well, hey, we're not gonna hold you much longer, but I got a video I want you guys to watch 2 minutes of, and it's I'm telling you, we talked about you know, Karatbars has established a way. Guys, I'm gonna just tell you real quick, because a lot of you guys just don't really get it. You don't understand. You understand. And I'm glad you guys come here to support us, right? Because you're trying to learn, and you say, you know, I'm getting me some cash. I've got me some cash gold, and I got this and I got that. You guys, you got to keep plugging in, because there's some big stuff coming down the pipe. And I'm telling you, you got to get yourself in position to be able to, you got to be able to benefit. You want to benefit from your time and efforts in Karatbars. Some of you are doing some of the stuff, but you're not doing the right stuff, okay? Because we got some stuff coming down. You know, you got to get that, you know, you're getting your cash gold, but you want to get that cash gold loaded up into your e-wallets because it's going to have to sit there for 8 weeks. And there's a reason why that it has to do that. It has to cure. But after 8 weeks, you can send that thing over to Karatbit and you can do a whole lot. There's a stable coin. I'm not going to talk a whole lot about it, but when we say that you can acquire income producing assets, right? Your gold and your cryptocurrencies are going to work for you and you don't have to sell them. And Karatbars has a system, but if you don't learn it and if you're not plugging in, Larry and I can't teach you everything. You're going to have to actually get on that computer and learn a little bit, get into your back offices and do some things. But we're going to tell you as much as we possibly can, but we don't want you to point the finger back at us when you say, man, you didn't know. I can't tell you every single thing. But this gold producing or these income producing assets, okay, so Larry and I and some of the people on this call, we already have some that we call the KBC coin, right? We got what we call a super node, right? A lot of you guys you're not going to be able to get a super node because you missed that already because you had to have at least 3 million coins, right, Larry? You had to have at least 3 million coins in order to get that super node. But why a super node? What is a super node? Well, a super node, when you got those 3 million coins and you was able to get one of those super nodes before they all went away, because there was only 750 available. When you got one, and Larry and I got one, right? What happens is they pay you a monthly dividend. So you get paid interest on your $3 million. And guess what? Every single month, in fact, tomorrow, tomorrow is the 15th. On the 15th of every single month, we get paid a whole lot of more coins every single month, right? That's free coins. That's interest off of our 3 million coins, right? Income producing assets, right? You guys can't get a super node unless somebody gives up a seat and you got 3 million coins sitting there waiting, right? But there is a long waiting list, but you got what they call a vault. When you go onto your Karatbit account, when you got enough of those coins, you can save some, right? You can put them in that vault and you can start getting paid interest. Only thing is in the vault, you want to get your interest once a year. And then with our super node, we get ours paid on a monthly basis, okay? So you can do that. But we have a system, it's coming down, and you're gonna be learning more and more about it as the weeks go on. But come June, you really, really, really wanna have your stuff ready to rock and roll. So start plugging in, start inviting people, because I'm telling you now, if they haven't heard about Karatbars, and remember, Larry told you, it's since 2015, just nobody else, nobody has come to him or me or myself and asked me if I knew about Karatbars, right? So guess how many people out there are waiting for something like Karatbars? And if you tell them, right, if they heard about it, great. If they haven't, tell them about it. And maybe if they find out exactly how good it is, they're gonna come back to you and say, hey man, what about that Karatbars thing? Happening to me all the time, okay? So let me share this quick video. You got something, Larry, while I share my screen? Anybody shout outs they need to do?
No, I just want to say, hey team, make sure you keep getting your cash gold on a weekly basis. Load that cash gold in your e-wallet, and then remember at the end of each 8 week, you can deposit that into Karatbit. And once you deposit in Karatbit, you can get more KBC coins. You can convert it to cash. You can convert it to Bitcoin, Ethereum, however you want to do it. But make sure you keep getting at least 1/10 of a gram of cash gold. That's less than a cup of coffee from Starbucks. I know because I drink Starbucks. But keep doing that. Keep putting it in your e-wallet. An outstanding job on you guys that's doing that. I know a lot of you guys are, and that's awesome. Keep building your own wealth.
Okay, I'm gonna play about, I know it's a 14-minute video, guys. If you want this, I can share this with you. You gotta reach out to me, let me know so I can share it with you. But I'm only gonna play about 2.5 minutes of it, and it's just kind of giving you an idea of what's to come. Okay, all right, here we go.
This is Dr. Greg Gary, April 29th in the year 2020. The title of today's presentation is The Gold Standard Retirement Strategy. First off, I want to tell you that I am not a financial planner, and I am attempting to represent the company called Karatbars in the best manner I can. This is a very, very exciting presentation, probably the most exciting presentation that I've ever done. Well, let's get started. Here's the purpose, here's the thesis of this important presentation. Karatbars has established a way to protect your wealth by converting devaluing paper currency into physical and digital gold assets in this time of crisis and beyond, and to have those assets generate an income without having to sell those assets. Let me go on to explain how that's going to happen. So, what are we doing? We are helping people convert their fiat non-gold backed currency and their cryptocurrency into something called cash gold. That is a chip of gold embedded in that bill, and we have cards as well. Real gold, 999.9 currency grade LBMA gold, okay? Now, what do you do with that gold? Well, you can have it sent to your home. And why do we encourage people to do that? Because over history, whenever there were crises, those who owned gold got themselves either out of a mess or even prospered greatly because they had it. And people ask, what do I do with that gold? Well, you're going to be able to barter with it. Barter simply means trade, and we already have people using Karatbars gold for trading. If you want to liquidate it back into the fiat paper currency system, you can go to your local gold shop, or you can use the Karatbars system, or you can go online. So the track, and this is real money, the real wealth. They would simply go to the bank and exchange the note for the gold. And that's how money was supposed to work. In fact, it worked that way up until 1971. 1971, Mr. Nixon said, we're going to temporarily suspend the gold backing of the dollar. It never ended up being temporary. It's been permanent since 1971. Now, the US dollar being the reserve currency of the world meant
Okay, so again, I told you I was only going to share a few minutes of that. It's about a 14-minute video, real informational video, guys. Again, if you got my phone number, you can ask, you can text me. I can forward that video to you. You can finish watching it. It shows you, it goes in a little bit of more detail about how that stable coin is going to work, and it's going to show you, talk about how you can put it in the vault and how you can make it work for you. And you don't have to get rid of it. You can keep that coin, make it draw interest, and you can do all kinds of different stuff with it. So again, you want that video, let me know. Also, don't forget that you tell people about Karatbars, and don't worry about, well, I don't know what to say. You don't have to. All you have to do is tell them, because twice a day, 6 days a week, goldrocks.info, goldrocks.info. I'm gonna put it in the chat, right? Tell them to go to goldrocks.info, right? There's somebody showing this presentation every single day. Well, for 6 days a week, there's somebody showing this presentation twice a day at 12 o'clock p.m. Eastern time and at 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern time at goldrocks.info, right? You can always tell your people to go there. Just go to goldrocks.info, plug in, watch the business plan, and then get back with you, right? And then if they have any further questions and you can't answer them, have them call Larry, have them call me. Let's do a three-way call and let's get those questions answered, okay? And remember, there's three types of people when they see this plan. There's the one that said at green, the green light people, they said, you have me at gold. As soon as you start talking about I can acquire gold because I love gold, you had me at gold. I love to acquire gold, and yes, I'm in. Then you got those at the yellow light. They got that caution light up. They get very excited about it. They're excited, but they have some questions, okay? Get them on a three-way call. Get them to talk to your sponsor or get them to talk to somebody in your upline in Karatbars, okay? And then you got the third person who is like, oh, no, this isn't for me. You know, I don't really like this. That's okay. Well, you don't, if you don't want to build a team, if it's not for you, right? Still, go ahead and invite them to open up a free gold savings account and start acquiring gold or cryptocurrencies if they want to, or just go ahead and open up that free account so they can start doing some exploration on the website. All right. And with that said, Brother Larry, hey, final word of the day, man, is yours and we're out.
Yes, sir. Hey, I enjoyed it, man. Always learn something from you, Al, every single time we talk. That's the coach, mentor, and Mr. Coach Al Taft. Love it, brother. Well done. Hey, listen, I'm glad that you guys showed up for this call. Really get serious about taking care of yourselves. That's what it's about. It's about taking care of you and your finances. And when you start taking care of you and your finances, you can't help but let it spill over to the other people that you care about. You can't. You're going to want to tell people. But you have to get in there and learn this and do this yourself. Start saving in gold. Start getting some coins. Get diversified. Yes, sir, Al.
One thing we forgot, Larry. Everybody that's on this call, listen to me. Can you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth? This is very, very, very important. If you ain't heard nothing else, right? Hear this. Larry and I we're gonna put it on the calendar, right? Guys, if you were gonna go downtown in your town, downtown Louisville, downtown Miami, downtown Elizabethtown, and you were gonna open up a business, right? I saw a few people in the chat room saying that they would start their own business, right? So if you're going to start your own business, you would go out there, you would advertise it. You'd probably go down to your local Chamber of Commerce. You go down there, you get a membership and you tell them, hey, they spread the word for you, right? And then the Chamber of Commerce say, okay, when are you going to be your grand opening, right? And they come there and they put a ribbon around and they cut that ribbon. And what are you and everybody else going to do in the Chamber of Commerce? You're going to spread the word. People, everybody is on this call. And the people that join our call on a weekly basis, we're going to have a grand opening for you. We're going to have a grand opening, right? So you're going to launch, I don't care if you've been in Karatbars for 4 or 5 years, right? You're going to have a re-grand opening. But what you're going to do is and we're going to do it live on Facebook. We're going live on Facebook and we're going to be introducing you to your friends. So what you're going to do when we put it on the calendar, we're going to create an event, right? And we all you guys got to do, you don't have to say, hey, come join my team. You just say, hey, listen, I'm opening up my business. We're having a grand opening, and I want you to come to my grand opening. They're going to ask you, when is it going to be? Where is it going to be? It's going to be on Facebook. I have a watch party. Just go ahead and join my watch party and watch me launch my business. And people, I'm telling you right now, if you're afraid to just push that, button, that share button, you better run as fast as you can from Karatbars and don't come back. Don't come back, because all you're going to have to do is just spread the word, because if you can't do that, you don't want to be in business for yourself. So, all right, Larry, let's get out of here, man. Thank you, brother, again. I appreciate you. Tanker, everybody on the call. Queen, good to see you on the call. Everybody, great call tonight, Larry.
Awesome, most definitely. Hey, Mr. Reggie, make sure that you and Mr. Akimba gets back with me or gets back with Al, but make sure y'all get with us. All right, I'm done. Amazing.
Good night, everybody.
All right, Big Cal.
I want to make sure.
Yeah, we're going.
Awesome.
You had a question?
Bye.
You had a question?
I think he said, have a good one.
Okay. Brother Robert Frazier and my sister up there, Norma, y'all holler at me. My sister Tiba, yes, appreciate you, sis. I love you, girl. All right, Brother Cal, let's get together, man.
Brother. Yeah, I love you too.